Hello! Holy moly, feels like a lifetime since I've done this. I am happy to have you, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you. So we are working in a different, recording in a different area today. And as you can see, I don't have a ton of space, but this is a perfect example that you can do yoga anywhere. So I'm going to actually try to stay in my chair the entire time and not even get up. Not to say that I might change my mind, because I have those squirrel moments, but I'm going to show you that you can do it right from your chair and you don't need a lot of space. So there's no excuses. All right. As always, make sure you have a nice sturdy chair, have water nearby. I have mine nearby. And let's get started. All right. So you can have both feet on the floor or 1 foot up or 1 down, deciding. If you're going to do 1 foot on the floor, 1 up, I'll tell you when to switch, because we want to keep those hips nice and even. So, but I'm going to put my legs up and let's just jump in there and get started. So straighten up that spine nice and tall. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Maybe just do that 2 or 3 times. As you blow that out on this last one, try to extend it a little longer. It's going to help just to slow you down, slow that breathing down. That's what we want to focus on. So make sure that spine is nice and tall, shoulders are rolled back and softened. Hands are just always in a comfortable position, not clenched, just nice and relaxed, whatever that is for you. Maybe start to close those eyes, and we're going to breathe in and out through that nose. Just working on that breath, getting settled in the moment. Just nice and easy. Maybe try to make that inhale just a little deeper. All the way down to that belly. Pause. Exhale, get all that air out. Take one more breath here before we start stretching out those necks. Exhale, we're just going to slowly drop that head over. Just nice and easy. With every breath, just feel like that head's just melting down. It's getting heavier and heavier. A lot of times we hold a lot of tension, stress in our necks and shoulders, so just breathe right here and melt, let that go. We're going to take 2 more breaths here. 1 more. Exhale, we're going to rotate down to look at that elbow. Just nice and easy. So you can just continue to keep breathing, gazing down at that elbow. Or if you want to start slowly adding a little twist, you can. Just nice and easy, just trying to look a little beyond it. Moving ever so softly. Slow, slow, slow. Take 1 more breath here. Exhale. I'm going to slowly rotate up. Nice and easy. Move so slow, because we're in such a deep little twist there. It's not good for you to move fast. Nice and easy. Not a huge movement, just a slight gaze up. Try to keep that head over to the side. Nice. I can tell I'm leaning out to the side, so make sure that spine's nice and tall. If you're able to do this by where you can see your reflection in a window, maybe a mirror, that would be awesome. Even if your TV, oh no, you're probably watching this on, I don't know, maybe you're not watching it on your TV. A TV is a good one too, though. One more breath. Exhale. Slowly roll that chin around to the front. We're going to just pause right here. Just nice and easy. Make sure those shoulders are softened. Our shoulders always just naturally want to creep up to help support that neck, so try to relax them. Tuck that chin a little tighter, so drop that forehead down. Remember, you could always be thinking about that rib cage expanding. I'll just take one more breath here. Exhale when you're ready, just nice and easy. We're just going to gaze up. Nice and easy. Try to let the head fall back the best that you can. The chin is shooting up, shoulders are softened, especially on this up. I think our shoulders just have they just want to naturally start scrunching up. Try to keep them softened. Only one more breath. We won't hold this as long. Exhale, look through the center, and we're going to drop that head to the other side, but switch your feet. So even if you only have one leg up, switch those. I'm going to actually put that leg down. Nice and easy. You can always adjust those hands to whatever's more comfortable. Just feels as if that head's getting heavier and heavier. Trying to be intentional about what we're doing here. Just slowly stretching out that neck. Take 2 more breaths. One more breath. Head is still tilted. We're going to rotate down to look at that elbow just like the other side. Now remember too that you can keep in mind that you don't have to do both sides exactly. So maybe you add the twist. I added the twist on this side. I am going to add the twist on this side too then, but you don't have to. So depending on if you've had any issues, just do what feels good for you today. Just adding that twist. Sorry, my stomach's growling. Hopefully, does the microwave does the microphone pick that up? Sorry if you can hear my stomach. It enjoyed the yogurt I just ate. One more breath. It's thanking me. Exhale. Slowly gaze up. Nice and easy. Maybe just taking notice of how this side's feeling compared to the other. Always nice to do a little self-check of how you're feeling. One more breath. Exhale. Roll that chin around to the front. Just breathe right here. One more breath. Exhale. We're going to look up through the center. Nice and easy. Always good just to check in with how you're feeling. I was teaching an exercise class at the beginning of the week on Monday, and we were doing little kickbacks, and my left arm was killing me doing it, but not my right. And I was thinking, I'm right-handed, so why in the world? It wasn't until I was teaching the same class on yesterday, that I remembered I used a jackhammer over the weekend and the trigger was on the left side. My husband was helping me. I did not do it by myself. He just was there for if I dropped it, but it was neat to use. But that trigger was on this one, and so I was straining those muscles. So you have to like think about what you've been doing and then move accordingly. So always be thinking of that. All right, scoot out to the edge of that seat. We're gonna do some cat-cows. So I'm gonna do it for just kind of tell you, but I'm gonna turn sideways then so you can see. Actually, I should just start right from the get-go. Is that fine? Hands are gonna be on those knees. I'm just gonna go from the side view. You can keep staying right out the front, but I just wanna show you, it might be easier for you to see what I'm doing than me just explaining it. All right, on the inhale, we are going to scoop up, nice and easy. We're trying to get that chin shooting up, shoulders should be down and softened. We're trying to get that curve in the spine, and we're gonna pause. And then we're exhale, we're gonna roll on through. Really curve that chin. Oh gosh, my goodness gracious. Curve the spine because you're really trying to golly, tuck the chin. Ah, it's almost the end of the week. Tuck your chin, and you're really stretching through those arms. Like I'm feeling my muscles tighten up as I do it. And hold that there for a moment. So just going back and forth with your breath. So inhale on the up, pause, exhale. Just nice and easy. I'm going to go back to the front now, but as you're going, we're going to do this several times actually, so just keep moving. Think about the fact that little by little, you're trying to exaggerate that curve in your spine on both ends. This is a wonderful one to just loosen up that spine. If anyone does any kind of jobs where your arms are out in front of you a lot, I don't know about you, but with my other job, a lot of times at the end of the day, I feel like I have a knife right in the smack dab middle of my back because my arms are out in front of me all the time. And just doing this for a couple minutes I don't have to take anything for the pain, like ibuprofen or Tylenol or anything. It just loosens it right up, stretches those muscles out. Let's do one more time. Both directions, and then we'll meet in the middle. So little by little, you should have been getting that head back. We're going to do this at the end again too, just to see the comparison. Okay, we'll meet in the middle. So I really liked this. There is a lot of things I like doing at the beginning and the end of class, just so you can feel the comparison of how much your body has stretched out while we're doing it. So be out to the edge of that seat. Let's walk this, might as well make this useful. Walk those feet out. Nice and big. We're going to rub the bowl. So here we go. Remember, your bowl could be here or at any angle that you want it to be. We're using that body. Our belly is going to rub forward as far as we can, and then our back is going to get the back side of the bowl. Remember to always at the back to just give a little pause, curve the spine, tuck the chin before you continue on. And if you're able to, as you'll see I'm going to do, top of the head is trying to shoot for the floor, but maybe for you it doesn't even get there. That is okay. Nice and easy. Slow, slow, slow. So I'm able to get my head kind of right down in front of me. So my bowl would be like when you have it on the side and you're really stirring it, but everyone's going to be a little different. Just nice and easy. We're going to do two more. Still give that pause, stretch back every time. I can even feel that little bit of pull across the tops of my shoulders. Nice and easy. So one more. Last one, maybe give a little pause at the bottom. So as I'm coming around deep, I'm feeling that stretch all the way through my calves, up through those inner leg thighs. Give that stretch back. We're going to change direction. Just nice and easy, slow and controlled. If you were using your momentum just to swing around, you wouldn't be getting the benefits of this. So you have to be slow and controlled. Two more. One more, last one. Stretch way back though still, and then come on up, nice and easy. All right, walk those feet together. All right, I have those legs just shooting straight off those hips. Got a tickle in my throat. All right, we are gonna lean out over those legs, whichever side you wanna start with. Excuse me. Is fine because we're gonna do both sides. So pull that string from the top of your head. So really try to stretch that spine out, but make sure the shoulders are pulling back. Bring that top shoulder up. Remember, you can do whichever side you want because we'll be doing both. Bring that arm up. We're going to do some nice slow circles. You can go whichever direction. We'll be going both ways. When that arm is by the ear, just give a little extra stretch and then keep going. 2 more. Make that circle as big as you can. 1 more, last one. Always keeping in mind that if you've had any shoulder injuries or surgeries, to just be careful, don't overdo it. Opposite direction when that arm gets to the bottom. Still give that little stretch to those fingertips when that arm is by the ear. One more. All the way around, slow and controlled. We're not using our momentum, just flinging that arm around. It's nice, slow and controlled. Bring it all the way down and then slowly roll over to the other side. If you need to, I know I need to, pull that string again, so straighten up that spine. Top shoulder's coming back, stacking it on top of the shoulder if you can. You might not can do that. You might be more of at an angle, but trying to, if we can, to get that twist and stack those shoulders. Whichever direction you'd like to start those arms. Same thing though, give that little extra stretch to the fingertips. Just a slight pause. It's not even for a full breath, just for a moment. One more. Okay, when the arm goes to the bottom, change direction. Slowly come on down. Let's just hang out here in this middle for a second, in the center. Maybe roll that head around a little if you want to, or just let it hang. We'll take one more breath. On your exhale, little baby push up, hands on those knees, tuck in those elbows. Only use your arms to push up. Nice. Roll those shoulders back. All right, we're gonna walk those feet back out again. So work those ankles, might as well make it beneficial. We're gonna draw that circle with those fingertips. So be out at the edge of that seat. We're gonna take a nice deep breath in. Stretch way up. Exhale, we're gonna draw that circle with those fingertips. I can Don't hit your hand on whatever's near you. It's funny. Stretch way up. On this side, I could touch the... Nice and easy. 2 more. There's a man that runs past my house every Monday through Friday, and he has a particular tree I've noticed. It's funny, I don't even know who this man is. But he has a particular tree that as he's going, he must do the exact same path every time. At a certain point, as he's running by, there's a particular tree, he taps it every time. So it must be just for him, it's like a mental other direction. Me hitting the counter made me think of that. It's got to be some kind of like, he must, maybe it's on the home stretch and he's like, that's his like little thing to himself, like, you did it, you did a good job today, you did it. Something. It means something to him because he does it every single time. Give that little stretch up, 1 more. Stretch way up. Exhale. Bring those arms out. Remember that Stretch Armstrong toy. Pull those arms in opposite directions. Walk those feet back together. Oops, it's stuck on the, have those legs straight off those hips again. It is getting warm in here, you're right, but don't open the door. It'll be too loud. You're right though about the heat. Stretch way up. We're gonna pause. We're gonna exhale. Oh, I am cracking all over the place today. Wowzer. Just breathe right here, but you need to have a really nice tall spine. Those shoulders should be softened. Don't let the chin drop. So keep that gaze parallel with the floor and get it back as far as you can. I'm hoping one day to be back, no offense, Brian, back in Ida so I can look at the wall of old pictures that are behind my chair normally. But you could come to our class when it starts back up again. Brian.
Okay.
One more breath.
I assume you mean to record.
Yes, you can. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't think of that. Yes, yes. No, we probably aren't allowed to go there. Nice deep inhale. That'd be nice to be back in that room though. Just for the other direction. Exhale. Yeah, they need to keep recording. They should keep recording actually. They really should. Nice deep breaths here. Keep that spine just nice and tall. If you're rounding that spine, you've just gone a smidge too far. Slightly come out of it. Don't drop that chin. We're all the time thinking about the posture and stretching out that spine. One more breath. Exhale. Slowly, slowly, slowly. All right. Grab that leg, pull it up. We're going to be nice and tall with that spine. We're going to come back to that spine or that twist here in a moment, but right now we're going to stretch those legs out. So really tall spine, shoulders are softened. We're going to bring that foot leg up. Now remember, you might not can get your leg up here. That's perfectly fine. You could be holding onto your thigh, your pants, whatever. You could even have that foot resting on the floor if that's where your starting point is. But everybody's going to have a foot flexed and toes are trying to spread out and come back. Now, if you can get the leg up to your chest, you could start working it, bringing it out to the side a little and grab that sucker however you have to help it. Just breathe right here. Don't hold your breath. I have a tendency to hold my breath on this one. I don't know why. So breathe. One more breath. Exhale, round around that leg. So really think about just trying to get as small as you can around that leg. So I'm curving my shoulders forward. I'm curving the spine, really tucking the chin. Just breathe right here. Remember, you could just be right here too, but you're still doing all that top half the same, regardless of where that leg is. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Exhale. Nice and easy. Slow, slow, slow. All right. Are we going to need a... All right, roll that, and then we'll just go the other direction. All right, hold that foot around there, and then we're going to do the other side. Point and flex. All right, let's just put that foot down, and we'll bring that leg up wherever you'd like, and just breathe right there. Just breathe right there. 2 more breaths, and we're going to round. 1 more breath. Exhale, really round around that spine. Just get as small as you can. Two more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale. Okay, work that hip. Work, work, work. Other direction. Mine's clickety-clacking, like the mine ride at Cedar Point. All right, roll that foot around, point and flex, and I hope that kind of stuff doesn't pick up on the microphone. Yeah, I guess it's not a big deal if it does. All right, let's just sit right there for a second. All right, let's just take a nice deep breath. Stretch way up, exhale. One more time. Nice deep inhale. So remember, you're reaching up like you're stretching up for that top shelf. You should feel that extra pull in your rib cage, your belly, your spine. Exhale, bring those arms down. All right, we're gonna do a forward fold over that leg. So be out to the edge of that seat if you're not already. We're gonna really flex that foot as much as you can. Me just flexing my foot right now, I'm already feeling that stretch on the back of my leg. But try to spread those toes out and come back. Remember, we constantly need to be stretching those toes and flexing the feet because we're trying to strengthen our feet and stretch them out. I mean, they're holding us up. We're trying to prevent falls and things like that. So, and I'm accident prone. I trip over everything. So I try to be conscious, aware of that. So we need to work on our feet. So really, that leg is nice and straight. Now, when you go to bend, it's going to naturally bend, and that's perfectly fine, but we're starting with it straight. This is equivalent to being on the floor for a mat class and having both those legs straight out in front of you, flat on the mat. All right, nice tall spine, shoulders are softened. Take a nice deep breath in. Stretch way up. Exhale, we're gonna hinge from those hips, palms are facing each other. Get those fingertips out as far as you can. When you get to your point, then you can curve the spine to finish folding over. Don't fall out of your chair. Whatever you do. All right, nice deep breaths. You could be reaching for your foot, your leg, even maybe you need those hands on the your thighs for support. So staple. Just breathe right there. You could even hold the chair, especially depending on what your floor is. We don't want the chair sliding out from underneath you. Nice deep breaths. Maybe flex that foot a little more. We're going to take 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale. Ragdoll up. Let the arms and head hang. Nice and easy. Come on up. Lots of cracking there. That's okay. Needs to work itself out. Other side. Same thing. Here we go. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Hinging forward. Get those fingertips out as far as they can. When you get to your point, then you can curve to finish folding over. Just nice deep breaths. I can feel my chair sliding a little bit, so I'm going to even use that as to help me with the stretch and pull a little deeper. Remember, you could flex that foot a little more. You're going to feel it even deeper. 1 more breath. Exhale. Nice and slow. Stack the vertebrae. Head the last thing to come up. Remember that head's heavy, so if you're letting it hang, it's just helping with the stretch. So let that be the last thing. So we're just trying to stack those vertebrae nice and tall. All right, let's just take 2 nice deep breaths. Exhale. I take that back. We're just doing 1 because we're going to change those arms just slightly. We're still going to take a nice deep breath, but we're going to palms and facing each other, stretch way up and then palms out. Get those arms back behind you the best that you can. 2 more. Just working those shoulders a little differently. Get those moving more. 1 more. Nice. All right, we're going to go back into that spinal twist, but we're going to go deeper. So I know we've done this in class a lot, even on these videos. I know I've said it, but really think about we're wringing out that wet rag and you're just getting a little bit more. You know, when you're almost done wringing it out, but you can just get just the tiniest little bit, that's what we're going to do. So on this one especially, if you go too deep, if you're pushing it too much, you're going to start rounding just ever so slightly. Just come out of it a little bit because we don't want to round. We want to keep that real good posture nice and tall. Also, remember, we're matching it with our breath. I don't know what is the word I'm looking for. If we're matching it with our breath, we're getting the most benefit from it. No, that's not the right word. Okay, you get what I'm... If you're just breathing, okay, perfect example. If you're breathing in and trying to turn, you're not going to be able to go as deep. I cannot think. I'm sure someone at home is yelling at me because they know what I'm talking about. But you know what I'm getting at. It's going to be more beneficial to you. It's, I cannot think of the word that, It'll probably come to me in about 10 minutes, so I'll blurt it out then. All right, nice deep inhale, although someone you know is trying to tell me through the... All right, pause and then exhale. Beneficial, would that be the right word? It'd be the most beneficial to use it with the... Okay, Brian's saying yes, so we're gonna go with... So every exhale, go a little deeper. It's kind of like when a doctor is telling you to breathe, they're trying to listen to your chest, and it's on the exhales when they really can really hear what's really happening. On the exhales when we're really getting that good twist, that stretch. 2 more breaths. I know we're holding this for a while. All right, when you're ready, exhale and slowly untwist. And now that should have been a very, very deep twist. So please move out of it slowly, or you really could hurt yourself. Nice deep inhale. Pause and exhale. Remember, use that leg in that chair for leverage too to help with the twist. Don't let the chin drop down. I could feel myself slowly letting my chin drop down. Don't do that. Remember, we're holding this a little bit longer. One more breath. On your exhale, you're going to slowly untwist. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Slow, slow, slow. Shrug the shoulders back a little bit. Maybe you need to because it was a deep stretch. So do those chicken wings. We're only thinking about rolling those shoulders backwards. We're not going to do them forwards. We're only going backwards because we want to keep that nice, good posture. All right, one more for good measure. Really scrunch them up and roll them back. All right, we're going to go back to those legs a little deeper, and then we're going to stretch our arms a little more with some eagle arms. I'm trying to watch the clock. All right, we're going to go deeper with that leg. So we're going to match it with our breath. Same thing on the exhale. So with this one, we're trying to really stretch those fingertips out. And when you get to that point where you think that you can no longer keep that flat back, give one little extra stretch with your fingertips and then curve the spine to finish folding over. And the goal of it, I should put this is my thighs, pretend. We're trying to really stretch out because we're trying to get that chest as close to that chest belly, as close to that thigh as we possibly can. So that's why we kind of need to go up and out before we fold over, because if we just fold it over here, it's not the same. We want to really get out there. I don't know if that makes sense. Trying to think. So with every exhale, you're going to try to go a little deeper. This would be a very good time to use that leg or the chair to help pull you deeper. Because on your own accord, probably just trying to push and breathe down is not going to be as much. So use the strength of your arms to help pull you down a little more. Okay, here we go. Nice deep inhale. Stretch way up, exhale. Fingertips out when you think you can't anymore. Give that one little extra push, and you should feel that in your leg as you do so. Curve the spine, fold over. Little by little, we're trying to get closer and closer to that thigh. And pulling down more as we go. You should really be feeling that stretch the whole length of your legs. It's a very intense, deep stretch. You could even flex your foot a little bit more. You're going to feel it even deeper. Deeper yet, with this, you could lift that heel up and out to try to straighten that leg a little more. Just breathe right here. 2 more breaths. 1 more. When you're ready, exhale, stack those vertebrae. Nice and easy. Slow, slow, slow. Go right to the other leg. Here we go. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Stretch, little extra stretch there, little extra push through the fingertips. Just breathe right here. Hands could even be on the floor and kind of push away the floor with your hands. Although my chair's definitely sliding. I'm going to hold on to the chair. Nice deep breaths. 2 more breaths. So one more chance to go deeper. And then one more breath. When you're ready, exhale, stack those vertebrae. Nice and easy. There we go. All right. Make sure you're getting drinks if you need it. All right, 3 breaths. Exhale. We're going to move on to our eagle arms after this. 2 more. Stretch way up. 1 more. Nice and easy. All right, we're going to do those eagle arms. So with the eagle arms, let's just start off. You could have that, actually, nice tall spine. I almost jumped the gun a little bit. Let's work on the top half first, then we'll move to what the bottom half's doing. Nice tall spine, shoulders are softened. We're going to open up those palms first. So thumbs are up, palms are out. Then we're really flexing those wrists as much as we possibly. I'll turn my hand that way just so you can see. We're trying to really flex those wrists. And then we're bringing those arms back as far as we can. Don't have them up too high because see, clearly my shoulders are trying to scrunch up for support. We want them nice and low. If you could use the back of the chair, you could, if that works for you. In any way, you could be grabbing the arms back here and then maybe pushing the chest forward or have the arms up a little higher if you can. You decide, but we're trying to get those fingertips shooting towards each other and as close as possible. Just breathe right here. You should really be feeling that stretch through your forearms. You could even be pushing that chest out so it's a heart opener. All right, 1 more breath. All right, exhale. We're all going to bring our right arm on top. Scratch my arm. Which means our left leg is going to be on top. You could have your ankles crossed. You could have it slowly up here, maybe like this. Or if you can, wrap it around. Think about a snake. This is called eagle arms, but I always think of a snake. So wrap that leg around if you can, but if you can't, that's okay. All right. So right arm was on top, so cross those arms over. So bring the bottom arm up. And then the other one, you maybe just bring it up is fine. You could be way out here like this too. Everyone's going to be different, but if you're able to, pull that around. Goodness. All right. Now you could just breathe right here. This might be a deep enough stretch for you, and this might feel very intense for you. But if you want to go deeper, you could raise those elbows up. It's going to be a little deeper through that back, especially under the shoulders. Then deeper yet would be to push the forearms away. So if you're going a little deeper, you could even just hold it for a breath or 2 on each one before you move on to the next, which is what I did, just to kind of build up to it. And little by little, you could be raising those elbows up and pushing the forearms away. Nice deep breaths. Two more breaths. I know we're holding this for a while. One more breath. Exhale. Just slowly let that go. Woo! Like I can even feel that through my chest. And, oh gosh, it's a deep one all over. Oh, undo those legs. Now, if you really wanted to push it, how those legs are wrapped up, you could be up standing and do it. And little by little, you could have a little kickstand with those toes if you need it. And then just little by little, you'd be balancing on one foot and wrapping around, but those arms would still be wrapped up. So if you want to push yourself and be near something, maybe so you can touch something if you need to, or just make sure there's nothing around you to hurt yourself with if you did start to lose your balance, but maybe you'd like to try that. Open those arms up. Really flex those wrists. I'm going to put my hands back on the chair again to help with the stretch. Nice deep breaths. One more breath. Exhale. Bring those arms forward. So left arm is on top, which means the right foot. So it's always the opposite. Remember, you could have just ankles crossed or wrapped up, whatever works for you. You could even be up on that foot if you want standing. So cross those arms over. The bottom arm is coming up, and then the other one is going to wrap around the best that it can. If this is too much for you, you could even have your arms right here. I know sometimes even you can't get those elbows together. That's fine. So just do whatever works for you. I had to think which one was on top for a second. All right. So even if I'm going to unwrap my arms, but you could keep doing this if you are. If your arms are right here, you still can do the raising the elbows up and pushing the forearms away. So do that as you wish. You could do one of those things to go deeper, both. You could be building and keep doing both of them as you go. You just do what feels good for your body today. I need to really stretch the tops of my shoulders, so I'm going to keep going higher and more out. But I hold stress in through my neck and shoulders. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale. Oh, wowzer. Wiggle it out, shake whatever works for you. I'm going to roll my shoulders and kind of wiggle it out all at the same time. And that was a deep stretch for your arms especially. I feel like the legs for me, I'm to a point where I probably should just start standing up even when we're doing the chair class to push myself, but the arms are a real doozy for me. All right, let me check the time. All right, we're going to start slowing things down just a little bit. I think we should stretch out our forearms a little bit too. So let's grab those arms. Pull back on the palm. Remember, I always hold my arm up high like this, but you could have it down here, it's fine. Do not pull back on your fingers. Pull back on the palm. Pull, pull, pull. So depending on how tight you are. So just taking notice of how my body is. Today I'm only just kind of feeling this slightly through here. When I did this Monday, I remember in class, I was feeling it way up here on this arm, but this is that arm that was holding that trigger. So it's just interesting how our bodies work. All right, really spread out those fingers as big as you can. Give a little tug. Pull, pull, pull. Other side. Remember, this one you should be doing every day just for carpal tunnel, arthritis. Especially, I feel like now, especially this past year, people have probably been on their phones more than ever this past year. It was already a problem, but it's probably even more of a problem now, would be my guess. So it does not matter if you are 10 years old or whatever, you should. It's actually sad, but younger and younger people are having to have carpal tunnel surgery. It's usually more later in life. Yeah, because, yeah. Which is crazy, but it's because they live on their, yeah. It's fine. We all do it. We're all guilty.
I'm working.
I know. Sure you are, Brian. I believe you. Shrug those shoulders. But yeah, everybody should be doing that. Really, we should. Wiggle those fingers. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Isn't that a song? Wiggle, wiggle. That's like a, pretty sure there's like a wiggle dance to them. Pretty sure.
The Wiggles?
Is that, no. Like there's like a.
The Worm?
No, like the high school people, college, like there's like a wiggle dance. I'm pretty sure.
So far on the other side.
Yeah, but you have kids that are in college.
Well, that's true.
You ask them later. Okay, back to what we're doing. Sorry. Walk those feet out. See, I need to be around people, Brian. I'm used to talking. Okay. Nice big circle. We're going to go back to rubbing that bowl, but I want you to feel the difference of how you're feeling. We're also going to go back to our cat-cows too, and then we're going to be still for a little bit. But I want you just to feel the difference of how this end session of doing the circles versus the beginning. Maybe you can get a little deeper. Maybe you notice you can get a little wider. Maybe you're getting a little more exaggerated with that curve in your spine. So just take notice of that. Just nice and easy. I will say, if you can't feel a difference, hate to tell you this, but that means you weren't pushing yourself when we were doing all those stretches. Because you should be able to feel the difference of how it feels after having this time of movement. Pause, stretch at the back every time. 2 more.
can always give that little pause at the bottom. I'm kind of almost pushing my head just a little bit closer to the floor, but you decide. Last one. I want you to try to go even slower. You probably thought you were going slow on the last ones, but I'm guessing you could go even slower. Give a little pause. The slower you go, the more you're going to feel that stretch. I really was feeling that on the bottom especially. Give that pause, stretch to the back. Other direction. Nice and easy. Slow and controlled. Two more. All the way around. Slow, slow, slow. Last one. Stretch way back. Okay, come on up, nice and easy. Straighten up that spine, walk those feet back towards the middle. We're not bringing them together though. We really want to make sure those legs are just coming straight off those hips, so feet aren't touching together. We're not in here. Just nice and straight. We're going to go back to those cat-cows. All right, so hands on those knees. So I really want you to really take notice of how this one feels compared to the beginning too. And I want you with every breath to try to get more and more curve in that spine, whether it's this way with the spine or on the back end, how we're rounding the spine. All right, here we go. I highly recommend, I get that you're not, more than likely you're by yourself, but I don't want you to catch me. So if you can, close your eyes, because when you see someone else doing it without even realizing it, you'll match your breath with theirs. And everyone should be different on what they're doing. So every little bit at the top especially, try to let that head fall back more and more. Slow and controlled. We'll do that 2 more times, both directions, and then we'll meet in the middle. So when you're done, we'll just meet in the middle. Just gonna have some time of being being still. You could have both feet up if you want, or you can have one up. That is up to you. Hands are just comfortable in your lap. We're just gonna breathe right here for a little bit. Maybe close those eyes. Let's just go ahead and drop that head over to one side and just slowly roll it to the front. And then over to the other side and then slowly back. Maybe just do that a few times, a couple times, whatever. But when you decide to come up through the center, just nice and easy. Just breathe right here. Try to make that inhale a little deeper. Exhale a little longer. I'm going to go ahead and close this out, but I hope you'll just be still right where you are for a little bit. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in. Bring my hands down through the center. I'm going to pause at my forehead, and that's just a reminder to keep good, pure thoughts and my focus on Jesus. And then down to my lips, and that's just to make sure nothing but positive things are passing out into the world. And then down to my heart, and that's just to let His love shine for others to see Him. So the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.